So, some exciting NFL news. Joe Flacco is back with the Cleveland Browns on a 1 year, $4 million contract. To be honest, I'm slightly surprised by this move. I really thought Joe Flacco would have ended up with the Minnesota Vikings. They've been completely radio silent as far as adding another quarterback in their room. Right now, they only have J.J. McCarthy. And Joe Flacco just seemed like a no-brainer to me. He's a proven veteran quarterback that could win games, and if hypothetically JJ went down, I could have easily seen Joe Flacco step in and look pretty good on that talented offense. So I don't know, if you're a fan of Aaron Rodgers and you want him to go to the Vikings, I feel like there's still a slight possibility with the news of this. I'm sure they could easily sign some other backup QB, but I'm telling you, like, to go into a season with potentially JJ McCarthy and some guy they take in like the 4th or the 5th round, that just seems a little too risky for me. So definitely keep an eye on Aaron Rodgers to Minnesota. It's not dead just yet. As far as Joe Flacco actually being on the Browns, I feel like this solidifies that they're completely out on Shedeur Sanders. Earlier this offseason, they traded a draft asset to acquire Kenny Pickett. Plus, you have DTR, and now they just signed Joe Flacco. I don't know. Like, I know, sure, it's only a $4 million contract, but to add Shedeur to that quarterback room, that's just too many quarterbacks. If they're smart, they'll take Abdul Carter. To have him and Myles Garrett on the same team for at least the next 5 years is a pretty good pairing. You could never have enough pass rushers, and I feel like Abdul Carter could be something really special. We already know Myles Garrett is a top 3 pass rusher in this league easily, maybe number 1. So we'll see if they actually execute on that draft selection, but there is a lot of buzz that Travis Hunter will go there. Not a bad pick, but I just think it's a no-brainer. Pass rusher is a lot more important than a receiver and a cornerback. If you have an elite pass rusher, that could potentially turn your franchise around in the next 3, 4, 5 years. I mean, go back and take a look at the St. Louis Rams when they drafted Aaron Donald. And I know he was a defensive tackle, but you get an interior guy that could be a consistent pass rusher. I'm telling you, you build around him, eventually you will have success as a franchise, as a team. And plus, I think Travis Hunter is going to be primarily a wide receiver. So yes, a pass rusher is absolutely more important than a wide receiver. A cornerback, pass rusher, the gap is a little more close on what's more important, but still, it's pass rusher. So it is a $4 million contract, up to $13 million with incentives. I'm assuming a lot of those incentives are whether or not how many games he plays and how many passing yards, etc., etc. I totally expect Kenny Pickett to be the QB1 in training camp and on week 1. I think that makes the most sense to have Joe Flacco as the QB1 week 1. I don't know. I just don't like that move. He's just a lot better as more of like a relief pitcher, in my opinion, to start Joe Flacco hypothetically for a full NFL regular season. It could get ugly. Then again, there's a lot of Kenny Pickett haters out there, so you totally believe that starting Kenny Pickett for a full NFL regular season could be disastrous. I completely understand. I just think Kenny Pickett showed a little bit in Pittsburgh. I know he was kind of a meme with the Eagles a year ago and blah, 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 but I think he has something. I think he does. And plus, if they do go with Travis Hunter, he'll have 2 really good wide receivers in Jerry Jeudy and Travis Hunter. And that Browns defense still is pretty serviceable. So I'm not saying the Browns are going to make the playoffs with Kenny Pickett and Joe Flacco probably going to come in the middle of the season. No, but I feel like they might be a tough out in like November and December. I feel like they'll kind of have a similar season a year ago where, yeah, they started off horrible, but down the stretch they were kind of low-key competitive in certain games. But let me know if you like Joe Flacco heading to the Cleveland Browns. Are you jazzed about this move? Do you not care? Let me know in the comments below. Now, other backup quarterback news, Josh Johnson is continuing his career with the Washington Commanders. Just signed a 1-year deal, and this dude has been essentially everywhere in the NFL. It's kind of crazy, and apparently he will compete for the QB2 role with Marcus Mariota and Sam Hartman. And that's why this move is kind of surprising, because they re-signed Marcus Mariota, and he seemed like a pretty good mentor to Jaden Daniels. So I'm just kind of confused about this signing, quite honestly. And plus, they drafted Sam Hartman a year ago. I don't know. To add Josh Johnson to that quarterback room is a bit head-scratching to me. But who knows? Maybe he'll just be a camp arm. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. Some other random news, the Jets wide receiver Allen Lazard is going to stay with the team. He decided to take a pay cut instead of testing out his market. Smart man. I really don't think he would have had a big market if he would have been released. It'll be interesting to see if he does anything with Justin Fields. I feel like this dude is definitely playing for his career, because outside of Aaron Rodgers throwing him the ball, he's been completely invisible out there, just a pure ghost. So if he doesn't show anything this year, I feel like this guy could get lost in obscurity pretty quickly. But at the same time, good for him. He signed a 4-year deal, $44 million in 2023. So regardless, if it doesn't work out with Justin Fields and his future in the NFL, he's set for life. So fair play to him. But yeah, man, let me know what you think about Joe Flacco, the Browns, and everything else in between. If you made it this far, please subscribe, like the vid. It'd help out your boy a ton. That's all I got for right now. Peace.
Starting at quarterback for the Titans, the 2014 Heisman Trophy winner out of Oregon, Marcus Mariota.
Yeah, well, Tennessee probably made a great choice in not listening to those offers. And when you talk about Mariota, he's got the size to be a starting quarterback in the league, and he's got a good arm, but he can really rush. So you put all that together, that gives you a good chance for success in the NFL.
One of the most versatile tight ends in the NFL, Delanie Walker.
Yeah, when you say versatile, that explains him very well. He can be a fullback, a wide receiver, a tight end, or somebody that moves around and plays all those positions. Delanie Walker is special.
Room to work. Mariota's